ready for the next battle. Get ready for the next battle. Round one. Fight.
Get mistakes for mid.
Round two. Fight.
Hey, welcome, sir.
Round three. Fight.
Oh my god, I keep trying to do something.
Round four.
I think I can.
Fight.
I think I can grab his arm when he attacks me if I do a certain move. Holy shit. I got ult tab. It's supposed to be Mario.
Round one. Fight.
I think I'm dead.
Round two. Fight. Round three. Fight. Round four. Fight.
Huh? He done fucked up. I fucked up. Wait.
You win. Round one. Fight.
Oh my god, I tried to bait. Fuck. I threw him. Oh my god.
Round two. Fight.
I should just grab him there.
Round three. Fight. Round four. Fight.
I am screwed this run. Just stuck in this corner. I'm dead.
Final round. Fight.
Oh my god, I got baited by the fucking dash.
Get ready for the next battle.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Get ready for the next battle. Round one. Fight.
keep meaning to get the crouch attack out, but I...
Round 3. Fight. Round 4. Fight.
I fucked up. It's over. Yeah, if I popped that earlier...
You lose.
二択の時間だ。屈服か、それとも死か。手の内で。
Round 1. Fight.
I just need to dash up and grab on that.
Round 2. Fight.
I could have grabbed again.
Round 3. Fight.
I don't know what that does. I don't think it does anything. I think it's just taunted.
締めたぞ。次だ。
Get ready for the next battle.
Be right back, just 1 second. Oh, there we go. So I can.
Get ready for the next battle. Round 1. Fight.
No way, I missed the grab. I didn't get my dash out. him when he's like that.
Get ready for the next battle. the next battle. Round one. Fight.
Bro, I never know what's a high and a low against that character.
Round two. Fight.
Not what I wanted to do.
S'il te plaît.
Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight. Round three. Fight. Round four. Fight.
Holy fuck, I threw that.
Ne le dis pas, mon père, s'il te plaît.
Get ready for the next battle. Get ready for the next battle.
That wall of muscle can't stop me.
Round one.
Come on.
Fight.
Now this is what I call fun.
Round three. Fight.
The fuck was
It's
that?
over. Finish.
He's Navi.
Get ready for the next battle. Get ready for the next battle. Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight. Round three. Fight.
I shouldn't have done that.
Round four. Fight.
He fucked up so bad.
Round 3. Fight.
Oh my god. What am I doing?
Round 4. Fight. Final round. Fight.
Okay, driving there. I clicked the button. Fuck. Round 1. Fight. I don't know how to splat them on a wall with that.
Fight.
Okay, that's useless, that rule. Fucking grab, that was so free. He's not happy.
You win. Get ready for the next battle. Get ready for the next battle.
Navi tak.
Round one. Fight.
No, he's so low. No way.
Round two. Fight.
Sage is so close to breaking in. Unlucky. Man, if I pushed that earlier.
Round three. Fight.
Holy shit, that's so much damage. What the fuck?
You lose.
أنا لا أفترش بهذا النصر.
Round one. Fight.
I didn't want to turn on specialty move.
Round two. Fight.
Oof. Oh, what am I doing? Holy shit, he hits me through the floor. God, that sweep goes so far.
أنا لا أبتهج بهذا النصر.
Get ready for the next battle. Get ready for the next battle. Round one. Fight.
Counter hit? Yeah, his character grabs a lot.
Round two. Fight.
How does that not track and hit there? Like, what the fuck?
Round one. Fight.
No, dude. The fucking movement.
Fight.
Her animation is so long.
Round three. Fight.
I'm dead. Some miracle though. Holy shit.
Round four. Fight. Final round. Fight.
What the fuck? You just grabbed that? How did you do that? Is that a high?
資料通りか。予定調和ほどつまらんものはない。
Round one. Fight.
How did I miss the grab there? Hello?
Round two.
The fuck was that? Bro, these fucking grabs, man.
Round 4. Fight.
This character has like 30 of them.
Final round. Fight.
Oh, that should have been it. That too. I shouldn't have grabbed.
Get ready for the next battle.
The experience of trekking through the Mexican borderlands is a surreal one. Everywhere you look, you see free-range cows, and signs asking not to leave garbage. Still, there's a ton of trash, but a lot of it's pretty interesting. You see empty cases of beer, diapers full of poo, Venezuelan flags, printed copies of unanswered emails from US Border Patrol, and a delicious half-eaten Snickers bar just for you.
Hay mucha gente de Venezuela que
Aquí hay mucha gente de todos lados.
As we begin to walk down a large hill, one of the coyotes stops us and tells us some important information.
No es que sea peligroso, simplemente es mucha cautela, porque
mucha cartela.
Para
sí,
que así nadie sabe nada.
no saben nada de nosotros.
They say the cartel controls this particular human smuggling route, and that as freelancers, they failed to pay the coyote fee, or the cartel tax, which is usually about 20%. So, in the event that a collector rolls up demanding money, I have to act like we're just a couple of bros on a chill hike.
Okay, está bien.
Truly seeing no other option, I follow them down the hill and into the woods.
Alright, we're walking through the forest. We're about a mile from the Rio Grande, which obviously is the natural barrier into the state of Texas. So we're gonna follow the homies here. As you can see, there's like a ton of discarded underwear, socks, you know, garbage, empty bottles of water, presumably left behind by previous migrants. It's estimated that just last year alone, roughly 2 million people entered the US this way.
As we continue to walk, I get my first view of the river. This spot, though, they say, is way too hot to cross.
It's a lot of people.
Not because of Border Patrol, they say, but because of undercurrents, which are the leading cause of death in the river.
The current can sweep you under that water in just seconds.
Border Patrol agents rescued 2 migrants struggling to stay afloat in the fast-moving water.
Ese, un oso de peluche de un niño. Hay veces cuando un familiar pierde a alguien en el río, es normal que cuelguen eso.
Just left
Lo que me
kid
han
stuffed
dicho.
animal behind.
Sí.
sí.
If you'd like to see our episode, Hopping the Border, go to our Patreon, www. The other coyote asks me to give him the 100 pesos that I'd brought along for emergency purposes. He says someone spotted us and is asking for money. Perhaps naively, I approach the man to see what's going on. The man who asked us for money is a bit strange. He seems to function as both a tax collector and someone who provides first aid and flotation devices to migrants. Whatever his title was or who he works for, I don't know, but there was no option but to bring this man along.
Hola, ¿qué pasa? ¿Puedes decir tu nombre y dónde eres?
Me llamo, soy de aquí de Piedras Negras.
¿Qué haces hoy?
Pues aquí apoyando a la gente que va cruzando, los estamos apoyando cruzan y a veces no traen su chaleco, no traen protección para el agua, ¿verdad? No traen salvavidas y pues los estamos apoyando, ¿verdad? En eso, para que no vaya a haber un accidente o algo. Porque la gente no conoce el río y llega y nada más quiere brincar y cruzan con los niños en los brazos y pues yo también tengo hijos y eso es lo que muchas veces no miran ellos, ¿verdad? O sea que pueden tropezar o algo y en lo que se tropiezan el niño puede agarrar agua o algo.
Sí.
Y sí, pues a veces no les ayudamos, pero les avisamos, ¿verdad? Es peligroso, aparentemente se mira tranquilo, pero sí hay lugares donde está hondo y puedes ir caminando y de repente pisas y te hundes y poquita corriente que haya en ese pedazo te lleva.
Sí.
Me queda cerca del río y vengo aquí al río a ver en qué puedo ayudar y a veces me dan algo de dinero, ¿verdad?
Sí, gracias mi amigo para la entrevista.
¿Qué?
Sí.
Despite his Good Samaritan framing, we had no option but to pay him for his services. Once again, they bring up money.
So kind of what they were saying was that right now the standard market rate for an average border crossing with a coyote is between $3,000 and $5,000.
I'm not sure how they expected me to pay them, but I wasn't worried about that. My primary concern was getting back into America. Once there, I'm sure we could easily arrange some kind of wire transfer or something. But I didn't feel that a remote forest in Mexico was the place to negotiate, so I kept going.
All right, so we just made it on a maybe mile-and-a-half hike through the woods, and now we're here on the banks of the Rio Grande.
I hear the sound of a machete striking a tree behind me in the distance, so I turn around.
What the fuck? ¿Está bien? ¿Tú conoces? Okay. All right, guy with a machete just came out of nowhere. I guess it's kind of normal to want to chop down sticks and shit out here. But yeah, definitely not the most chill thing to see right now.
My coyotes assure me that all is well. He was just making sure that we paid the first aid man. If you'd like to see our episode, Hopping the Border.
Yeah, that's sketch, man.
Hey guys, today we're going to check out the newest leverless to assess for ourselves. I ordered direct from Razer and it shipped extremely fast, just a few days after placing the order. I didn't want to rush the release, so at the time this video drops, I've been messing around with it for about a week now. Here's a quick unboxing recap. It came in a small package and inside was the manual, some stickers, and the cord. Razer has announced 2 SF6 character versions, but the only one currently available is this standard black model. So the first bite is with the eye, and to me, it doesn't look like a premium $300 controller right out of the box. That changes a bit when we plug it in, but let's wait on that for just a moment. Just looking straight on, it's a flat black, and overall, fairly unassuming. However, when you turn it over in your hands, you do get some sense of its form factor, and the whole thing does have a very sleek and thin aesthetic. It's a bit smaller than I had pictured, not much longer than a micro actually. However, it does have quite a bit more wrist space, and these are the official dimensions. But back to the color and aesthetic options for a moment. Now, this has an aluminum top plate and it looks good when it's clean, but watch as the video continues along. I wash my hands before and after handling fight sticks, but even during this review, you'll see oils begin to accumulate on the surface of the Kitsune even before I plug it into game. The fingerprints all wipe off just fine after a play session, but during some intense sets, this will look like a picked over charcuterie board. The good news is you'll be able to get a vinyl wrap. The bad news is that it's a vinyl wrap. I like vinyl wraps so much less than the usual plexi over high quality art prints. They just feel cheaper, but maybe that's just me. Still, the good news is that Razer is offering Chun-Li and Cammy versions for an additional fee. The bad news is that if you ever remove them, they can't be reapplied. However, if those characters don't appeal to you, the good news is that Razer is also offering a number of their own designs. The bad news is that these are all just currently soulless wallpapers, generic inoffensive art more akin to the world of default screensavers. But beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so let's look at these button placements. To me, this is a pretty standard layout at first glance, sort of a slightly spread Vuelix Shokenstar vibe. You've got your aux and touchpad stuff at the top, and then your movement and action buttons below. Still, they use slightly bigger buttons over JFA micros and flatbox style builds, so that's nice, especially if you're used to more traditional 30mm button layouts. The caps are also deceptively big, similar to those of a Paradise Emperor.
Let's go! Arcade stick that I think I recommended more than any other arcade stick ever in my life. It was the Drone 1. And it was just because of how affordable it was, but it was a PS3/PS4 stick, I believe. So now it's different. Now these are PlayStation 5/PlayStation 4 controllers. These are PlayStation only sticks. Yeah, there is no Xbox versions, although you can get converters for that very easily. Because again, I think if I want to get an arcade stick, but you don't want to break the bank doing it, this is pretty much your best bet. Yeah, PC as well, obviously. So yes, still has full PlayStation 5, PS4 compatibility on it, so it's got the touchpad and everything, which is why, it is an upgrade from the previous one. So let's just pop this open to show you guys the size and kind of how it looks. And here's the presentation. Very nice. And again, the cool part about these sticks is the customizability.
Oh, that looks nice.
You can get in and change parts if you want to.
The Obsidian does.
The nice part about it is the size. And in comparison to older arcade sticks, or kind of the other arcade sticks we have right now, compared to the Obsidian, it's not that big, right? This is and it's relatively lightweight, kind of like sits on your lap. It still does what it needs to be.
Only 125 bucks. That's pretty cheap for an arcade stick.
Much different sound than what's going on with the Obsidian, but still has all the buttons and functionality to it, right? Close or open? Oh, this also has the quick release for the joystick. So if you want to swap out the joystick if something's acting funky or something like that, it has a quick swap in the back.
That's cool.
Dope. So you don't have to open up the whole stick if you don't want to, and then it just clicks right in. That is
pretty
sick. So let me look at this. Where are they hiding? Where are they hiding the cord? It's over here. So the cord was funny in the previous one. Now they have a little slot. Now it's just like this little compartment over here where the cord hangs out when you're done with it.
Stuff.
Because obviously you don't want a loose cord hanging around. Goes right in there. Little stash spot for your wee candy. So yeah, I kind of like the matte finish on this too. So this is a very good feeling stick, right? Again, the sounds are a bit different, but still it's a PS5 and PlayStation 4 stick that should work on everything. And still, it's not USB-C. No, this thing is not. This thing is just hooked in, right? So it is meant to go to your PlayStation. It's the official supported stick of the PlayStation. One of the most affordable sticks of the current generation hardware by a lot. There's a midline as well with the Titan. So let me pop this one open to see how this one feels, because I've opened up a drone. I know how they feel. I have not actually checked out a Titan yet. And now that I finally got one, and I want to see what's the difference between the mid-range and the super high range. I think it's very daunting for people to be like, hey, go just buy this $300 or more in some situation arcade stick. And it's like, well, for a lot of people that don't know if they're going to like an arcade stick, that is a challenge, right? That's a situation that you might not want to be put into. So the good thing about this is that you have 2 different levels of which way you want to go, and I like this. Man. So it feels like a properly upgraded drone. There's the size difference, obviously, right? It's a little bit bigger. It doesn't look that much bigger, but it's significantly heavier. And to be honest, they're about the same width. But this one weighs twice as much, it feels like. So this stick feels like it's going to, it is rigid and it's not going anywhere. It's got the same compartment over here for the wire. But what I'm really liking is this matte finish right here. You know? This feels like drone 2.0 is what it really feels like. It feels like we got the previous one, but now it's got some heft to it and some proper guts. But man, you see how this is way different, chat? Like this is not metallic. It's not like this on the side, which is obviously the sheen. Oh, I wonder if this is unique to this stick. Check this out. Look at the distance here. There's a big difference between the joystick and the buttons. I'm actually wondering if that is specific to the Titan, because even on the drone, joystick kind of close to the buttons.
Oh, yeah?
Joystick far away from the buttons. This guy's heavy. Hold on a second. Joystick close to the buttons. You know? It's for wine glass players. Oh, I see. Because people play with their hands like this, curved to the inside, and your fingers and the bottom part of your palm will collide with the button. Oh, I see. Good call. So anyway, this is the mid-range stick. It gives you a little bit more real estate to work with. It obviously has more heft. I really like this matte finish, though. You know, to be completely honest, I think this feels very good, right? Feels very good for like an arcade, because your hands don't slip or they don't stick as much. You can see where they consolidate the space on this one. On the Obsidian, there's a lot more room to work with over here. Like you can put a glass of water over here and then watch it fall down. I would like to play fighting games with an arcade stick. Which one should I get? If you're asking me that question already, then you have no idea what you're getting into. Get this guy. This is the best one to start off with. And I'd highly recommend the drone 2 if you just want to mess around and see if you like this stuff. If you want a little bit of an upgrade, the Titan is pretty good if you have the money to spend on it. And if you like that extra real estate in between the buttons. But a big thanks to Kwanba. Again, I think having the option of having arcade sticks that are not only in the premium zone is great, because it's
the best stories ever told are the ones that have the satisfying conclusion of the good guys winning in the end against evil, overcoming insurmountable odds to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat in a miraculous triumph. But we don't live in those stories, we live in cringe, so that's not always the case here in reality. All the time on Twitter where a 13-year-old anime fan gets upset if you say you don't like something about their favorite show. These are death threats from an organized group of criminals with a very scary history and a track record of already trying to murder Jordan Shanks, Friendly Jordies. They fucking firebombed his house. Well, actually, they firebombed his neighbor's house because the absolute goobers got it wrong the first time and then came back to try and finish the job by firebombing his actual residence. So they have already tried to take his life before. That's some shit that you only see in like espionage, blockbuster Hollywood films, and yet Friendly Jordies is living through it right now because New South Wales is so unbelievably corrupt that it's festering in the public eye. And yet the authorities that are supposed to protect and look out for the public safety are just closing their eyes and plugging their ears to all of this unfolding in front of them. It's despicable. It seems New South Wales is more corrupt than Gotham at this point. Friendly Jordies yesterday posted a video where he had to publicly admit defeat at the hands of this corruption, unfortunately.
You might have noticed that we haven't been releasing videos after the police arrested a suspect for the firebombing of my house. While we're very grateful for their persistence throughout this ordeal, we felt it would be prudent to see what the response would be from certain individuals.
If you haven't kept up with the lore here, I'll give you the previously on Dragon Ball Z recap. They did finally make an arrest on one of the suspects responsible for the firebombing of his house. It took about a year, but better late than never. Rather be tardy to the party than not show up at all. At least it's seeming like crime won't pay. They won't get away with this, right? Wrong! Idiot! Stupid! Can you stop sipping on your moron potion for a second? Put the stupid juice down? Of course the criminals are gonna get away with it, because I guess that's just the way things go in New South Wales. At least when it comes to criminals of this caliber. The very powerful ones, who are just seemingly above the law.
Their response has been one of rather perplexing confidence. Buoyed by the lack of further arrests, they have decided to be much more blunt with their requests, threatening anyone they believe had handed over information to assist with the creation of the video Coronation. This video detailed links former Deputy Premier John Barilaro had with development company Coronation Property. The video encompassed more than Coronation Property Associates. It included an array of spirited characters, many of whom were enraged with its release. Police have made it very clear that many of the prime suspects in the firebombing are in that video.
The video he's talking about here is a video Friendly Jordies and his team released called Coronation, and this shit was so hot it'd leave the toilet bowl steaming. It was massive. Friendly Jordies and his team released a firebomb of their own with this one here. Coronation highlights a lot of horrible things going on with a lot of very scary and powerful people doing bad shit. And they were not happy that this video got posted, and it put a target on Friendly Jordies' back. Really, it put the target right on his fucking forehead. Right on his noggin, because this was a big deal. It caused a lot of ripples, and it made him public enemy number one of this group of people.
Now, over a year later, these figures are once again venting, threatening dire consequences if the video isn't taken down. Given these people's colourful history, we don't consider these to be idle threats. Naturally, we contacted the appropriate authorities, but it appears these men have engulfed the state in a state of fear. It appears these men are indeed above the law. It appears these men are free to point the scythe at anyone they wish, blackmail them with the most heinous, violent acts imaginable, and there is not an authority in the land powerful enough, or perhaps foolhardy enough to protect them.
Just tragic. Where do you go when the authorities abandon you? What are you supposed to do when the people that are supposed to protect you refuse to, because the people that are coming after you are stronger than them, and out of their reach, just untouchable? What can you possibly do besides just comply?
But if the content of Coronation is to fall on willfully deaf ears, if its only tangible result is the death of innocent people, we will not have their lives hang on our conscience. In other words, you win. We're taking down the video. Congratulations, you run this city.
It's sad because it's such an important piece of investigative journalism, but it's also the only choice they could make in this situation. This isn't a group that's making idle threats. They have already firebombed twice, and they have a history of doing a lot more, as was highlighted by Jordies and his team. So they did the only thing they could when faced against this enemy. They just complied. They took down that video. Now, of course, since it's the internet, nothing's ever really gone forever in this cyberspace. Except, of course, for all my old YouTube videos I deleted when I was a teenager because I was embarrassed of them and worried that the copyrighted music would cause a problem, so I deleted them in like 2012. And I desperately want those videos back, but they can't be reclaimed. Those are the only things in the entire documented history of the World Wide Web that are apparently just fucking poofed out of existence forever and can't be brought back. But aside from that, nothing else has ever really gone forever. There's always re-upload, there's always archives of it. So in this case, Coronation, the video that he had to take down, is re-uploaded 1,000 times already. So it's not like completely dead and buried or anything like that. And I saw a lot of people saying this could actually, start the Streisand effect here on this and have even more eyes on this group, which I guess is possible, but I think the big victory for them is that they've shown that they can kind of bully and strong-arm anyone with impunity. They can't be touched by authorities. They just have this green light to do whatever they want with no repercussions, so they're able to force Jordies to take down a video they didn't like. And they're just demonstrating that power here, and I think that's kind of what they were aiming to do. Not so much shut down the information, because I'm sure they knew that this was just going to be re-uploaded, but it's just kind of letting Jordies and pretty much everyone else know that they can do what they want. And it's very fucking scary, just how powerful they are. Being a real investigative journalist has to be one of the most dangerous things you can do. I've mentioned this a few times before, but this isn't like the only example of this happening to an investigative journalist. It just happens to be one of the few times that happens to be a YouTuber as well. So more people are made aware of what's going on. One of the biggest ones that I always go to is the Panama Papers, if any of you remember that. The Panama Papers were a massive deal for about a day. And then collectively, the whole world stopped talking about it mysteriously, even though the Panama Papers were quite alarming. And one of the lead investigative journalists behind the Panama Papers released was actually killed in a car bomb, and nobody ever talked about it. I bet most of you didn't even know that. Anytime I bring that up, I'm met with question marks in my stream chat. Investigative journalism is a dangerous thing to get into. So I have nothing but the utmost respect for the ones that do take this on to try and help their community and keep everyone informed and safe and let everyone know what's going on, so that way people can be more aware. So what Jordy's and his team do, I think, is extremely important work, and they are very, very good at it. So it's just really upsetting to see them have to admit defeat at the hands of this corruption they've been fighting against, and it's downright shameful from the authorities in New South Wales for their refusal to do anything about this. But yeah, anyway, that's about it. See ya.
If you guys have been watching me for a while, you know I've been made by two men. The first guy is Jay Schlatt, who's some of my most viewed videos on this channel and my most viewed clips. The second guy has the most viewed video on my channel, and that, of course, is Mr. Beast, okay? He made the video, I get to keep the money. He made the video, I'm keeping the money. But that was 2022, and a lot of time has passed since then, and I haven't really done as much content with Mr. Beast because I got busy, you know? I got off-brand now, I had some of my own events going on that I had to worry about, so I wasn't able to, at the drop of a hat, fly across the country or the world to do a Mr. Beast shoot. And I'll be honest, I thought he forgot about me. I'm not even mad, I don't care, right? I'm unoffended. He's got his own shit going on. I got my own shit going on. But I started to realize that in a Mr. Beast video alongside Carl and Chris would not be Ludwig or Laser Beam, aka fellow YouTubers. It was like, oh, bro, check it out. I'm here with Academy-nominated actor Justin Timberlake. What's up? I'm Mr. Beast. I'm in Mark Cuban's asshole. You know what I mean? It just felt like there was not as much room for little old Ludwig when you got fucking Tom Brady kissing his son for 15 minutes of a 60-minute video. Where is little old Ludwig supposed to slide into the picture? You could say I got the short end of the squeeze. So because of that, I figured they just forgot about me. Not even forgot about me. More accurately, I figured they'd moved on from me, from little old Ludwig. But then I got a call. I got a call that Mr. Beast was doing one of his iconic video series. $1 versus a number nobody can fathom. $250 million island. Mr. Beast hits me up. He says, hey, Ludwig, how about you come visit an island? And you know what? I'll even sweeten the deal. I will send you an itinerary of every single island we are going to visit and let you pick which one you want to go on. And I was like, son of a bitch, I'm in. You know, because the Mr. Beast videos I've done, they're fun. But it wasn't like the, hey, let's go to a $100 million hotel. It was like, hey, what if we strand ourselves for 30 hours and a plane crash? I guess I did go to one private island in Panama. That was really nice. That was like $50K a night. But you get the idea. You get the idea. And so he offers me this thing. And he's like, which one do you want to do? And I'm like, oh, please. Let me go to a $250 million island because that's the craziest shit I've ever heard of. I cannot fathom that amount of money. I've made a lot of money in my life, in my head at least. And this island is more than I will ever make in my life, like times fucking 10. So that was the game plan. That was until a week before the video was supposed to be filmed. I double booked myself. I don't know how I did this. I don't know how I fucked it up. But the exact day that I was supposed to go to the island, I had some other sponsorship that I had to do. And I was like, oh. You know, because I feel like a fucking jealous ex-girlfriend staring at my phone, like, and rather than seeing my ex engage with someone else, it's Mr. Beast, you know, hanging on the shoulder of Tom Brady and Mark Cuban and Pete Davidson. They're going four-way. And so I make a decision. The only thing I can do is basically do a 24-hour turnaround and fly to some island that they rented out in like Florida or some shit and go there the next day. And so that's exactly what I do. So I hit up Jimmy. I say, Jimmy, call the private fucking jet. I'm coming to Florida, baby. And he says, we don't do private jets anymore. And I was like, what? Let's do the private jet thing. You know, private jet. He's like, yeah, well, we can book you the flight. Comfort Plus only. What? Comfort Plus? We're gonna sit behind the wing? Okay. But I make my way over to Florida to film at a private island. And all I really understand is that they're going to several different islands, and the island we are supposed to go to is the experiential island. It's not a big island by any means, but it is a private island and it has a bunch of water sports. And so that's the idea. Before we get to it, I figure it would be worthwhile watching some of the video together. $1 versus $250 million private island. Now, I have not watched this. I don't know how long I am in this video. So let's watch this video together. I have yet to see it, and I'll give some extra context in stories as to how I ended up in the position that I ended up in, which, as you can see by the title and thumbnail, was jumping off of a helicopter 20 feet in the air.
This is a $250 million private island. Literally anything you could ever want is...
Dude, I found out, by the way, when they do those shots where it zooms out, he's not actually saying anything because they obviously can't record the audio as good as an audio booth, which makes sense. But then I was next to him while he was doing it one time, and he was like, pee pee poo poo, pee pee poo. I was like, damn, these guys are pros.
And I'm going to show you the difference between this and a $150 million luxury island.
There's no difference. There's no difference between 150 million and 250 million. That's the same fucking thing. It's everything you want.
All the way down to the world's cheapest private island. That thing. I'm starting to realize we might not all fit on it. First step on my brand new island. Here's your $1.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for selling it to me.
It's yours now, buddy.
Let's check out what I just bought. My first impression.
That's not an island. That's moss. He just scammed you.
So I'm gonna blow it up.
Okay. Dude, I think we have to stop Mr. Beast from blowing up islands so much. It's been an obsession in his past few videos. I'm a little concerned. I don't think it is a far-fetched idea to imagine Mr. Beast running for president. And after Donald Trump won the presidency, I think anyone has the potential to win. I just think it's a bad habit for him to be forming now, because there's a non-zero chance he'll be the president one day. You know, this is what I'm thinking about here.
This island is literally swarmed with hundreds of monkeys. I can see why it's called Monkey Island. What's this monkey?
It's Odie.
Oh, Odie took my orange. Okay. Monkey seafood, monkey take. All the monkeys on this island have a strategy for interacting with people. They gaslight you into thinking that you're friends, and then they steal your food.
Dude, there was this in Japan. I went to this island in Japan that had a bunch of monkeys on it. It was a fake island at a zoo. And Connor brought us there for this IRL stream. And you had to put a towel on the back of your neck because the monkeys would just have shit hanging out of their ass and they would just take dumps on you. And I was like, wow, this makes it so much less cute, but it is still somewhat cute. But man, I wish they weren't shitting on me.
Notice how all the water around you is freezing. What? Whoa! That took a lot of effort. And we put that much effort in to convey that the $5 million island is very cold. And where we're going next, most of the year looks like this. But it's going to look like this. No joke, this island is so cold right now that the lake around it is actually frozen solid. Which means to get there, we're gonna be using an interesting vehicle.
Okay, look, I don't want to call it clickbait, but can you call it a $5 million island if it's frozen over and connected by frozen water? Can you call it that is my question. I'm not being controversial here. I'm just asking questions. It's frozen over and they're driving like a damn road vehicle on it.
So they hurried over to these futuristic self-heated huts to stay warm.
Oh, this is so small.
These huts are able to stay here completely year-round because not only can they float on warm, peaceful lake water.
See, that's swag. That, dude,
That's
that
pretty
would be, that'd be kind of horrifying though. I don't know if I would
That's
like to be in a hut that I feel trapped on.
And while staying on this island, you're given unlimited 5-star food.
I think he thinks we speak Finnish.
Yeah, no, I vibe with that. It looks good.
This is the best island. I don't know how any island's gonna beat this. Maybe one where I could feel my hands.
And Carl's hands are in luck because the next island is not only warm, but more expensive.
Dude, it's crazy. They spent like dead ass a minute 15 seconds on that $5 million island that they rented out. And all they did was eat food for a second and then ride a dog for a second. This is my island! Yeah, baby!
This island is tiny, but arguably one of the most luxurious ones out there.
I always forget
Nice
they're
little
gonna
island,
use
though.
the shots that I'm in. So I just act like a jackass. I don't know why I'm stanced up like a jackass. I'm just gonna go off on a limb here. I made a lot of jokes. And when you're on an island and you're talking about the price of an island in the year of our Lord and Savior 2024 that we are in, with the memes that we have, Epstein comes to mind. It comes to mind, okay? It comes to mind. You make a few jokes along the way. I'm imagining it didn't make the final cut. Because here's my reality, right? We're going to probably watch this. And again, I haven't seen it yet. It's probably going to be a couple months. My reality is I take a red-eye flight across the country from LA to Florida. I wake up after napping for a few hours on the flight, and I get driven to the fucking destination of the island. We take a boat over, and then I'm there. From basically like
there's no way that made it
or some shit until like 6 p.m. with the expectation of flying out that same night because I had to shoot the next day. This was like a whirlwind trip for me. And what I was told is that this is one of the smaller islands in this entire thing, but what it is filled with is water sports. And so all I have to do, little old me, is just have a good time. And then I found out what they meant by fun.
We hope you have a blast, just don't break anything.
Yo, we should try to break one thing.
Ooh, nice bathroom. Usually, rich people like showers that can fit like 30 to 1,000 people in them. This time, they chose a reasonable shower.
Like how Mr. Beast is like, you know, rich people, like they like such big showers. Not me and you, but rich people.
Boys, do whatever you want. Have fun.
Okay, dude, all right. So here's the thing about doing a Mr. Beast video. Mr. Beast is famous to a degree that is unfathomable. And I think because of that, it gets him good deals and maybe good experiences that most people might not be able to get. For example, the person who I think rented out this island or maybe worked at the island, but the person who was driving the boat knew Mr. Beast. And I know this because at one point when we have a quiet moment together, me and this boat driver, he says, "Man, I love all the stuff you guys do." And I go, "Thanks, man. I appreciate that." He's like, "Yeah, those Mr. Beast videos are great. I know you're a Fortnite guy, right?" And I'm not here to fucking correct him and be like, "No, sir, I'm not." So I go with the flow. I'm like, "Yeah, Fortnite. Fucking love Fortnite, dude." He's like, "Yeah, man, that's a game I play the most. Victory Royales and all that." And I'm like, "Yes, yep, Victory Royales and whatnot. We are the same, you and I." So he didn't know who the fuck I was. I was just a Mr. Beast associate. I've thought about this before. I think even Mr. Beast has asked me. He asked me if we were to die together in a fiery plane wreck, would I even be in the news article title? It was a question that shaped my worldview in ways I don't want to explore any further, but it did come somewhat to fruition in this trip, in this conversation. Now, because the guy knew us, he decided to change up how he normally does things. Because normally he's like, "Yeah, you know, I normally go at like a decent pace and, you know, rattle people around a little bit. But if you guys want, I can turn it up to 10. And he kept saying it like that. He kept saying, "I could turn it up to 10. And he was talking about driving the boat at such a high speed that when we were hanging off the back, it would be dialed up to a 10.
To get off of this thing.
We were fucking gripping that shit for dear life.
And after Ludwig and Carl kissed the sea at 500 miles per hour.
He exaggerates.
Holy
It
shit.
was fucking fast, though. Because the guy said, "I'll turn it up to a 10. And because we weren't falling, he took that as a challenge, which is not what it was. You know, I thought he was going to do his thing, and if we survived it, we would all go back to camp together, and he'd be like, "Son of a bitch, you did it." Instead, he decided to dial it up to a 12.
Per hour.
And so I hit the water.
Holy shit.
Skipped. You know how fast you have to go for a 200-pound man to skip like a damn rock? They skipped over that shit. I was wounded. I was like, "Fuck, man. Thanks for bringing me out, Jimmy. Appreciate that. If you could give me an Uber Black, private jet, business, whatever you guys got going on, back to LA. This was dope. Appreciate you all." But that is not what was in store for me.
Ludwig's gonna jump out of a helicopter.
He really is.
No, wait, I'm not. Wait, what?
That was a bit staged, right? That song. I didn't find out in that exact moment. I did find out 1 hour before that. It was not staged when Carl, as we are driving to the island, turns to me and says, "Dude, it's gonna be crazy when we jump out of a helicopter." "Yeah, it's gonna be fucking nuts, bro. I don't know how you signed up for that." I'm like, "What? I didn't." "Oh, okay, Ludwig, common misconception. It was probably a guy named Roderick that said," I didn't say that. I'm not jumping out of no damn helicopter. But Carl is a godlike gaslighter. And Carl also has no fear. You guys might know Carl just from Minecraft, and you might think of him as this, like, you know, soft, plushy little guy, little Minecrafter, like, oh, he's so, you know, fucking ooh-woo, or whatever the fuck you might think. You got it fucked up, brother. Carl's a psychopath. While we were at this island, at one point, we decide to go on a jet ski together. This motherfucker starts maxing out the jet ski while I'm on the back. And at one point, my ass goes flying up. I have to fucking suck my body back to his, and then I have to, the way it works for my body is I use my chest hole as a suction cup. And you know what he says? He goes, dude, I forgot you were there. What do you fucking mean you forgot I was there? After that, I got off. I said, Jimmy! And Jimmy went and got me, and I jumped out and I swam to his like it was a life raft. And you know somebody's fucked in the head when getting on the back of Mr. Beast's jet ski seems like a safer idea. Anyway, fast forward. Carl's like, dude, this helicopter thing would be so fucking sick. And the more I start saying it, the more I start convincing myself. Now, a couple of notes here. Mr. Beast himself refuses to fly on a helicopter. He's scared of them. It is not a safe vehicle to ride. There's some danger in a helicopter as opposed to some more conventional modes of transportation like a car or even a commercial airplane. And I've seen this before. We did a video shoot where we were getting saved by a helicopter team. And at the end of the video, Mr. Beast goes, I didn't get on the helicopter because I'm scared of that. See you later. So Carl's like, dude, the only one that's going to do it is me and you. Because Nolan's out. Chris is like, I'm not doing it. So he's like, dude, I'm not doing it alone. I'm only doing it if you're doing it, and I want to do it. And I was starting to get around to the idea. And eventually I was like, yeah, I'll fucking try it. And he's like, hell yeah, dude, it's going to be fucking awesome. Let's do this. About 10 minutes before the helicopter is about to take off, somebody comes in. I don't know who. Somebody on the Mr. Beast team. And they just hand me like a piece of paper. They're like, and I start reading it, and I'm like, waiver to sign off rights of your life in case of grave injury or death on the... I start realizing this is some real shit. I'm signing my damn life away. And at that moment, I was like, maybe I back out. Maybe I back out. What the hell, just back out? I'll back out, dude. I'll come home. I'll fucking cheat in a video game. I'll upload the video. I'll get 5 million views. That's a paycheck. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, okay. All right. It would be so fucking lame in my own mind if I didn't do this. Not because Mr. Beast wanted me to or Carl wanted me to, but this is the coolest thing I could do there, and why not do the coolest thing I could do? But I need a little insurance. So I decide, when signing the waiver, allegedly, to throw down Carl Jacobs. Because I know he signed his own waiver, so they think they just got 2 waivers from Carl Jacobs. They come finding my waiver. Uh-oh, they find out that Ludwig didn't sign one. I get grave injury. I sue for $100 million. Call it a day. Get out of there in one piece. No harm, no foul. I'm jumping out of a damn helicopter. Let me sue for a couple mil along the way.
Holy
that's
shit.
a good trade-off. I'm not a crazy man. And then we have to do training. And the training
shit.
was scary, man. So it's me and Carl.
Wait,
this
that's
helicopter.
genius.
And as they showed it earlier, dude, the helicopter did not even fit onto the dock or onto the landing strip. They landed the helicopter on here. It barely fucking fits. And for about half
He's probably
an
a
hour,
good pilot then.
we're practicing the act of getting in a helicopter, unbuckling, standing on the side of a helicopter while it is floating 30 feet in the air, and then jumping out. And I say jumping
I'd feel
out
safer
because that's
if
the
it was
term we use
there.
colloquially. You cannot jump. Because here's what the guy said. He's like, oh, yeah, don't jump, by the way. I'm like, why? And he's like, well, 2 reasons. First reason, if you jump, it's going to, rock the helicopter a little bit. Could be a little scary for the people inside. Second reason, because you might realize I'm a fucking tall guy, 6'3", right? When I'm standing on this bar right here, I'm not that far away from the rotors. All right? And the rotors are moving very quick, and they do not care about what is in their way. They just don't. And so my tall ass, 6'3", wouldn't really give too much of a fight. And the guy, who's this, very tenured helicopter pilot, is an absolute Chad. It is not helping the situation. This helicopter pilot was not assuaging my fears even a little bit. Because I'd be like, dude, have you ever done this? He's like, fuck no. Why would I do that stupid as shit? Should I do it? He's like, yeah, fuck it. You're young. Jump out of the helicopter. Why are you being such a baby about it? Okay. So the moment we get in the fucking helicopter, they say to me, oh, Ludwig, you're on the other side. So this routine that I had practiced of fake jumping out was all flipped, which might not sound like a big deal, But my rizzed up face right now that's looking blue steel as fuck was
Did pretty blue steel.
stressed. But I have a thing when I'm stressed. I gotta go first. If I'm not the first one out of the plane, I won't do it. I just won't. If I'm not the first one out of the helicopter, I won't do it. I need to do it I need to get it over with. So right now, I'm here. I was in this position for about like 3 minutes, which feels like a lifetime to be dangling outside of a helicopter like I'm Tom fucking Cruise shooting Mission Impossible. But the thing I have to tell you is that this fucking pilot, who is a Chad, an absolute Giga Chad, got us to the place where we need to jump out of like that, like a fucking helicopter can. And the moment we get there, he turns back to me and he says, jump! But I'm looking around and I realize nobody's down below me. There's no jet skis down below me. There's no safety boats down below me. There's no cameras to capture what's going on down below me. So I'm like, I don't think I should jump yet. And he's like, suits you. And so after the second or third time this guy keeps hollering back at me, I'm like, fuck, all right, I'll jump.
He's about to jump!
Oh my god! Oh, wait, they jumped!
And you might notice Jimmy said, oh, wait, they jumped. Because they weren't even ready for it. Thankfully, we had Tariq in the helicopter who got some nice footage of it and somebody from far away. But all the other,
That's so fucking funny.
or positions weren't even captured. And this 3 seconds felt like a lifetime.
Oh my God.
Right before I jumped, I took a big breath. I go, and I'm holding it. And I'm holding it. And I'm holding it. And right around here, I'm like, oh, fuck. And I have to go and breathe in a second time. That's how long I was falling. And I fucking plunge in. And you go deep, right? You go deep enough that you're like fucking trying to fight your way to the top of the water.
This shit's so funny.
And I get out, totally fine. I mean, it was crazy to have jumped from a helicopter that high up and then be totally fine. It's kind of weird what we're able to do as humans. Then Carl goes second. And now Carl's a content machine because I'm jumping out of the water and you might have noticed my face, very dry, very serious. Carl jumps out like he's Travis Pastrana on fucking X Games mode. He goes out soy jacking. Imagine going out soy jacking. But he also goes for something else here that fucks him up a little bit, I think. He goes for the nose block. Now, there's some value to the nose block. Water getting rushed up your nose can hurt a lot. It can be dangerous at points, especially if there's a fucking brain-eating amoeba in the water, which there isn't here, but there could be, and, you know, some dangers to it. But because he does that, you might notice he tilts ever so slightly, and he hits way more left than center like I hit. All right, and there's an audible plop when he hit. That is not the plop I was expecting. Okay.
And now the 45.
That's it! Dude, Mr. Beast videos are so funny. That's crazy. That was not even 2 minutes. That was 1 minute and 45 seconds. I flew out for 24 hours across the country. We filmed for so long. Let's watch the rest of this video. I'm curious what other islands I missed out on. Because again, I could have gone to any of the islands, but I went to the one that worked best with my schedule. So let's see what I missed out on.
For $45 million, this island comes with a mansion and its own beachside bar and private
Damn,
chef.
that looks nice.
Can I give it a flip?
Damn. You missed out on the good one.
You did literally nothing.
And of course, a pool with the best view I've ever seen.
Does this look as cool on camera as it does in real life?
And if for
Dude, why are there so many pools on islands? You got the ocean.
all the way on the other end of the island are century-old ruins that we are yet to explore.
Tips on driving. Oh, no.
How old is something to be a ruin?
No
Is
fish
it a ruin
poop.
if it's 100 years old? Like an abandoned school is not a ruin, right?
Just past these ruins is easily the best view on the entire island.
Whoa. Ooh, yeah, it gets better. We were driving for so long, I forgot we were on an island.
I don't get islands. It's just a harder to get to place with like a decent view of the ocean. Wait, Japan's an island. I get islands. I get it. Cause it has a mystique to it. You know, it has a an ambiance, if you will.
This next island is arguably the second most expensive island that money can buy.
It's a horrible name. Bro, use the $150 million to change the fucking name.
Island. It comes
Jesus
with 8
Christ.
luxurious mega mansions. And the best part is, it's completely powered by...
Crazy.
Is home to some of the most exotic animals I've ever seen and took over 4 decades to build. This island will literally blow your mind.
Seriously.
When I think of a private island,
There is one aspect about it that definitely blows my mind.
the island has a house with a driving range on the roof where you can hit golf balls into the ocean because these are made of fish food.
Oh.
That's kind of swag. That's kind of dope.
That's pretty nice.
Imagine you're a fucking fish. You're just fucking chilling in the ocean. And then you look what hit you and it's just food. And you're like kind of mad, but you're like, all right, well, shit.
Ooh. You should probably hit it further so you don't hit someone. Look at all those flamingos. They're so...
Did Carl just growl at Chris?
Hit someone. Afterwards, we got swarmed by a bunch of lemurs that live on this island.
Get over here!
Fuck, dude.
Jimmy, I don't know if you noticed that there's 2 lemurs on your...
Yeah, I know. I'm trying not to move.
Here, I'll put food on there.
Oh, please don't. And if you're wondering where all of these exotic animals came from, most of them, sadly, are endangered species and are on this island because the owner, Richard Branson, brought all of them...
Oh, Richard Branson? Oh, yeah, I think I've heard of him. Oh, he's the owner of the island?
But the most endangered animals on this island were the mermaids that served us sushi.
Mermaids and sushi!
Damn, I want
There's
some
honestly
sushi.
so much on this island, we can't even film it all. We played tennis, we played basketball, we explored yet another mansion. I did my first cold plunge, you get the idea. There's so much to do on this island, it's actually overwhelming.
Does Richard Branson live there? Is that like his fucking life? Dude, being a billionaire is crazy.
And on the way to the $250 million island, we stopped in shark-infested waters because I have to pay for this video. And now that I'm surrounded by sharks, and what feels like my worst nightmare, I'm gonna tell you guys about some of guys. Oh, they're so close, oh my gosh. You need to try my new Mr. Beast level, plus build your own, and I wanna see what you guys come up with. Oh, the sharks keep hitting the...
Wow, just fucking sit in front of a computer and say play Stumble, guys, all right? I don't want these fucking brands coming to me now and being like, hey, Ludwig, when you do your ad read, can you jump into a cage like Mr. Beast? Dude, what if you go skydiving and while you're falling, you say, hey, viewers, check out fucking eBay. Eat shit. Let me sit behind my damn computer. I'm comfy.
This is a $250 million private island.
Dude, this is crazy. It kind of looks dystopian. I guess it's just because it looks like the
That's pretty
set of
crazy.
that one Scooby-Doo movie, Monsters in Paradise, I think, where they're in paradise and then everyone becomes monsters.
Oh, yeah, it does look like that.
And if you own this island, you can host over
Not really. It doesn't really
13,000
look
of
like
your friends at any of these 5 gargantuan pools.
Chat, we got 17,000 people in here. Press 1 if you're down. Let's just get it done, man. The Ludwig Island vacation. Let's go on the Ludbud vacation of a lifetime.
Sir, I need to take you in for questioning. Sir? And even every game you can imagine.
I wish there was the 13,000 people that are normally here to watch how bad he is at Cornwall.
Am I crazy to say it seems kind of boring? I thought I was going to feel horrible watching this video because it was going to be so sad that the $250,000 island was so sick and I should have gone there. The island I went to seems as dope in terms of the stuff you can do because most of the stuff they're doing, you just kind of wish there was other people there. I feel like because they have it all to themselves, it feels a bit big, a little too big.
All right, go.
Oh my God, I hit by a truck.
He kind of looks like a blobfish in this frame right here. Just for one frame. Oh, that's so mean. He talked about having sex with my mother for like 2 hours straight. I can't say no one looks like a blobfish for one frame. That was good, man. I'm going to try to do a few more Mr. Beast videos this year because they're pretty fun to do. And I usually do shit I would never do in my life ever otherwise. I never would jump out of a fucking plane. I just wouldn't do that because there's no reason to do that. I wouldn't just abandon.
just got done playing Tekken Tag 2, and you know, I'd argue this is probably one of the most fun sessions I've had with this game. We didn't spend time with the Wii U version, just because the Wii U version is historically where we've gone for like the Kazuya legacy and some previous Tekken videos that included Tag 2, but we'll definitely talk about that. If you want the actual most feature-rich version of Tekken Tag Tournament 2 nowadays, believe it or not, is the Wii U version of the game. But we played it on Xbox Series X, and the nicest part is the fact that this game gets a really nice upscale on this system, and I would argue this is the best way, right? The absolute best way to play Tekken Tag Tournament 2 in is outside of emulation. Dude, you can just go buy it on Xbox. Just go buy it on, if you have an Xbox, go buy it on Xbox. There's no shit really good on here, and just get a converter if you have a PlayStation controller or something. So speaking on that regard, I noticed this as we were playing through and I was trying to figure out how this game operates. Like, how does this game function? How do these tag things actually work? And I realized how much fun I was having.
I used to love this
game.
game.
The relationship between Tekken 3 and Tekken Tag 1, where this game existing, in my opinion, makes Tekken 6 kind of redundant, where T6 is a game that obviously introduces a lot of the elements that composes how Tekken Tag Tournament 2 works. But the way Tekken Tag 2 works, man, is like, well, why would I ever go back to Tekken 6? There's a couple of cool things in T6, some good music here and there, but I feel like just visually and roster and options, like there is maybe less offline options in this game, but if we're talking about raw gameplay, I don't see much of a reason to jump back into Tekken 6 nowadays, because in Tag 2, you can just play, you know, team mode or single mode and fight one character versus another character, or two characters versus two characters. But obviously, the big elephant in the room with Tekken Tag Tournament 2 is its sales, because we have to address this was the worst selling Tekken game of all of them.
That's crazy.
And which shockingly almost set up Tekken to be almost sent to a graveyard again since Tekken 4. And Tekken 4 set up for some crazy
good.
stuff.
Like, I had
Tekken
fun.
almost ended right there. And this series felt like it could have ended here, but it obviously didn't. What it did do was make it so that Tekken 7 didn't get a huge budget at the start because of its arcade versions. So it was kind of a budget game. Anyway, this game does not sell well, and there's a lot of reasons where you can go back and think about it, where there was probably several contributing factors. Here's what I think. And here's based on my history and experience, right? Tekken 6 was the game that I quickly dropped because the online was so, like, rough. I remember the first time I played Tekken Tag Tournament 2, and here was one of the most disappointing aspects of it. I don't know what I was expecting at the time, but it's just Tekken 6 again. It's Tekken 6 with tag. So, that shit is an immediate detractor, because I did not even get a character down in Tekken 6. I didn't have enough time to dedicate to that. So when you learn that, oh, the next game is just the exact same thing as the previous game, but now you just need to know multiple characters, and that ends up being kind of daunting, much less the online at the time
really
does not
daunting.
run super great in general. It's better than Tekken 6, that's for sure. It just wasn't a game that really captivated me. And I think the same thing happened to a lot of people, where the ask of the audience to learn not just one character from Tekken 6, but essentially two characters.
Yeah, learning
from
two characters
Tekken 6
is pretty absurd.
in this game is crazy. And it's a big ask, dude, to know
It
like
is.
a ton of Tekken characters. I think that's where the devs eventually boiled down the reason of this game's lack of success, is the fact that asking an audience member that is like one of the general not Tekken diehards, people that just like the game for the game being the game, but not, you know, maybe just to play it super hardcore. It's just asking a lot of them. It didn't help that at the time, like for team-based fighting games and 3D fighting games were not doing super great at this time. Soul Calibur 5 was also not doing super good. Tekken 6 being, you know, not a game that's specifically bad, but didn't really catch anybody. What I kind of think it is, I think Tekken 6 set up Tekken Tag 2 to fail, because Tekken 6, while not a terrible game, does not grab an audience the same way that obviously Tekken 5 does. And we used this comparison before. Tekken 3, massive selling game, one of the biggest fighting games of all time, right? Guess how much Tekken Tag 1 sold on PlayStation 2? And what is Tekken Tag 1? Just a way better version of Tekken 3. Okay, so you think it's going to get a lot of sales, right? You think it's going to be huge. Believe it or not, Tekken Tag 1 only sells like 2 to 2.5 million or something like that. The sales aren't astronomical in comparison to Tekken 3, which is just huge. So you compare that to now, Tekken 6, a game that doesn't pop off super well, but doesn't do that bad. It does okay. It does like 3.5 or something like that. So if we're doing the comparison of the previous game to a tag game and now the previous game to another tag game, oh man, the fall off was pretty huge. And to be real, the percentage of adoption rate in comparison to the previous one is kind of the same. But here's what Here's what I think a lot of people love about Tekken Tag 2. You get a lot of people that are like, this is the best Tekken game. This game is essentially the Mortal Kombat trilogy. And we were saying it's like the Marvel Infinite. I'm like, no, that's not a good example. You know how like a ton of casual folks are like, dude, MK Trilogy is the best Mortal Kombat. It's the best one. It's got the most characters and shit. It's the best one. Tekken Tag 2 is 100% the Mortal Kombat trilogy of the Tekken series, where they just cram everything into this game, quite literally, roster and stages and like all this stuff.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Just
there was a kangaroo in the game
throw it all
too.
in here, dude. And it's just stuff from previous games, all this, where they just cram everything into this game.
That roster is nice though. It's a lot of characters.
Game, quite literally, roster and stages and like all this stuff. Just throw it all in here, dude. And it's just stuff from previous games, like, and that's identical to what Mortal Kombat Trilogy is. A lot of people still say MK Trilogy is the best Mortal Kombat. By today's standards, I think the same amount of people in relation to Tekken feel that Tekken Tag 2 is like the best Tekken game. So again, this game gets a really big casual audience over the years, and it's kind of like a misunderstood game. And as I play it, I realize, yeah, dude, I don't think this game deserved to crash as much as it did. I think there was maybe just a little bit of a sort of a 3D
I loved
fighting
it
game
casually when I played it.
At this point, we're not everybody was super into this as much, and obviously 2.5D fighting games were starting to do pretty
Yeah,
good.
so thanks
So
for
there's a lot of
gifted
contributing
sub.
reasons. There's a lot of like potential burnout that's possibly happening right here. So let's talk about the gameplay itself, because I spent 3 friggin' hours just messing around with the gameplay in this game, and there's so much to discover. This game likely was not fully discovered. There's a pretty good chance that Tekken Tag 2 did not get enough time to sort of sit and meander to a point where it was really figured out. I don't think it was really figured out, and even some pros say the same thing. Oh, damn it, boy.
This game was fun as fuck though.
This is fucked up. This is messed up. This shit is fucked up, dude. There's just so much stuff you can do in this game. The bound system is back. You can tag in on launchers similar to Tag 1. You can now bound into Tag that does all this crazy rage stuff now. Floor breaks, wall combos. It is just the goddamn kitchen sink of crazy situational horseshit. So I used this example before. On top of the fact that, you know, you got to learn a B&B for a character. Well, it's a Tekken game. You got to know a B&B for every launcher. And then you got to know a B&B for your counter hit launchers and all this kind of stuff, right? Okay, so now you know that. Just to explain how daunting this game is to learn. And then you also have to learn, all right, so when I do my bound eventually in my combo, when I bring in my other character, which move do I do? And depending on the situation, do I want to do a corner carry move? Like, which move do I do? So there's different things for all of those. And then on top of that, you also have your enders, which will change depending on the situation of damage, as well as positioning to the corner and all this shit. So there's like a huge amount of shit you have to learn, bro. You can't just pick up this game and start playing it and be okay at it. No. If you weren't deeply ingrained into Tekken 6, you were light years behind, man. And the game was asking you to like learn almost 3 times as much shit in this game compared to Tekken 6, so it's just like woof. On top of that, yeah, rage mode is just whack. It's even more brutal than it was before. You can just lose a character by a couple of random moves with rage mode, and they'll just die, dude. Funny enough, we get other crazy mechanics like tag crashes, which is one of the craziest things that has been ever added to Tekken. It's effectively like a combo breaker that uses your rage, from what I understand. And I will say, it feels like the hardcore Tekken fans, which is effectively who this is made for, right? This is a game that thrives on its roster and gameplay. So the majority of your time is going to be spent figuring out this game's systems and how to optimize it and do all the crazy shit, right, to get so good at it. Because I really feel if we're talking about training mode games, like some of the best training mode games are Marvel 3, Dragon Ball FighterZ, and I honestly think Tekken Tag 2. You'll always learn something crazy with this game. But because of that, it's where the meat and the bones are. And there is still a
I wish
lot
Tag
of
2 was on
content in here.
PC.
We played
It's a good
Fight
game.
Lab, and it's actually kind of cute. You get to like make a combat. It is a tutorial mode that's effectively teaching you how to use all the tools in the game, and it's kind of goofy, and you get to like make a character. You get to make a combat, which is kind of nice. I remember liking it. I liked it more now than I did when we made videos on it back in 2012. Not to mention customization. There's stuff to come back here for customization.
Customization was really good.
And that is an option.
I remember the customization being crazy.
You can equip decals to customization Peaches. You need a shirt. All right, I'm buying a shirt. I don't wanted to throw them all over my body.
Like, I remember being really fucking good in this game.
I bought that. It was very expensive. I love it. I love it. Jin's looking good. Excuse me, but graphic design is my passion. And then obviously single player offerings are like endings for all the characters in the game. And there's a shit ton of characters, like 52 characters in this game. It literally has every single goddamn character like ever in a Tekken and more.
I don't remember the story, man.
It seems like it has everything, but it just doesn't catch the casual audience that usually keeps Tekken alive. It just doesn't get them. Instead, you got a game that's essentially made for the players. I think more than any Tekken ever before, Tekken Tag Tournament 2 is a game for its players, for the people that want to utilize its systems and just have fun and see crazy shit. The one thing I will have to say, because they picked up off so much of the assets of Tekken 6 and just adopted all that shit over, right? The budget of this game mostly went into figuring out, okay, so if we have a lot of these assets before, where do we spend this budget? There's all this like flavor all over this game. And the flavor comes in the fact that like there's a lot of stages, there's a lot of music, and there's a lot of crazy nuance between the characters. So we're gonna check it out soon, the tag throws and stuff, but character interaction, like intros and outros and all this stuff, there's a metric ton of it. There's so
that shit was
much
cool.
of it that it's crazy, dude. Of just weird nods of characters like acting to it, win poses with characters, like there's so much of it throughout this game that it's insane. You can watch YouTube videos for hours just demonstrating all the crazy small Easter egg shit that is just glittered and sprinkled throughout this whole game. It's astronomical. It's so much that I just need to focus on like the tag throws. So we'll like, you know, figure out that and actually rate the tag throws, which is something I've been meaning to do for a very long time. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is... What the fuck? What the fuck? So that's where you see like the love and care. Obviously, like a ton of love and care.
I want to play this game again.
More.
It's been so long.
Tekken 7, which would sort of be lacking in a lot of those ways.
When did this game come out?
Sort of be missing a lot of that special touch. Also to mention, a lot of people think this game is visually the best Tekken, and
I think it was like 2010, 2013.
I might actually think this
2011. I was close.
Quote unquote art style than Tekken 7. I just might think so, because I really think this game looks very good. I love the way this game looks, man. In comparison to some of the maps and some of the characters and some of the ways that Tekken 7's character models look and the way its stages look, I don't know, there's just something about this game that just looks so nice. I think this is kind of a special game. I really do. And while I see the redeemable aspects in a game like Tekken 4, you see it, dude. Tekken 4 has some ridiculously cool stuff, but when it boils down to the gameplay, it's not that much of a fun game to play. It's a fun game to go back and like look at and sort of like analyze and realize how much of Tekken 4 hits and how different of a game it is. But that's the other game I can compare this to, is obviously T4, because these are big deviation games. Tag 2 is a game that just wants you to mess with its systems. It just gives you so much shit to deal with, so much
That was the best part about it.
Characters have so much mobility. I feel like we don't
so
get
sick.
The same character like mobility in this game. If we have to go back to like Tekken 3 or Tekken Tag 1 or some shit, dude. Characters just are moving like crazy, but it's a very volatile game. And I will say, it does feel like a lot of super hardcore Tekken folks don't really like Tag 2 that much. When you eventually get to like the highest level of this game, it becomes kind of toxic, bro. There's some very funky shit at the highest level of this game. There's also some very fun discovery stuff, but its core mechanics kind of lead to a very frustrating experience. So for a lot of people, the mid-level and the low level of Tekken Tag 2 is incredible. It's such a great game. But when you actually want to figure out its systems and really get good at it, there ends up being...
Yeah, I bet the high-end play, though, like the pro play...
very frustrating. And a lot of
but
stuff
the pro play for that game is awful.
Just like waiting for Tekken 7. Everyone was like, just give us Tekken 7, dude. We're so sick of playing Tag 2, you know? Either way, if we're talking about a raw fun factor in this legacy, I think Tag 2 might have some of the most raw fun factor of any of the games in this entire franchise. I think I personally prefer some other Tekken games, but this one is certainly up there. I think it has so much to chew on that you'll never be done with it. Not to mention that we also have to just throw it in here, and we've played it before. The Wii U version of Tag 2 is like even better, and it has even more stuff. And it
Wait,
has
the Wii
Tekken
U
Ball,
version's
and it has
better?
Nintendo costumes, and it's got Link and all
Wait,
this crazy
what?
shit. Well, Link costumes and stuff, Bowser costumes. It's the most feature-rich version of Tag 2 by a long shot. Oh, one criticism before we go. This was one of the first games that Namco was really like addressing online, where online was obviously a big focus for this game. I think it was also technically online in arcades in Japan. So what did they do to make their like delay-based netcode work? They cake in a shit ton of input delay into this game. And I kind of forgot about it because I played the game a lot and I got acclimated to it and used to it. But dude, the first like 30 minutes of me playing Tag 2 was just like, oh my God, dude. The input delay in this game is crazy. God damn, this game has so much input delay, though. It's so difficult. I have to get used to it every time. There's no way to get rid of the delay. No. This game has caked in input delay into the engine of the game.
Wait, what the fuck?
This game runs at a native 8 to 9 frame input delay, period. It feels like I'm playing online right now. I find electrics, like true electrics, so hard in this game because of the input delay, dude.
That is gross.
Almost got 3. And that's used as a buffer to make sure that the delay-based online might, you know, it feels similar to offline, right? It does. Well, yeah, it does, because offline feels like we're online, dude. So that's a rough situation. Tekken 7 had the same problem at the start, but they eventually alleviated it, changed a lot of their netcode, and got that input delay down a lot.
That's probably why
like
people don't like it as much.
5 on console and PC, which is good. That's good. But dude, like extra like 3 or 4 frames, that's a shit ton. This game took me a while to get used to. So you have to think that that's a big part of it, of the overall game feel being like, this is notably one of the most difficult Tekken games to play of all of them. I think that's a huge contributing factor. Most people won't notice it. I'm very sensitive to this kind of shit. And even in comparison to some of the previous games, like especially Tekken 5, such a responsive game, it just feels so much less responsive. So anyway, there are good things in Tag 2. There are several huge missteps in this game between bad timing and funky releases and the 3D genre possibly being a little burnt out at the time, but still a ridiculously fun game. And the Wii U version is easily the most feature-rich and probably the best, like, casual version. But my God, dude, if you are halfway a 3D fighting game fan, if you're just looking for a game just to grind on and just have some fun, even offline without even fighting people, man, if you have an Xbox and a Series S or X, this game looks amazing on a big TV. It's so sick, dude. So, yeah, it gets my hugest recommendation. It's probably one of the best classic Tekken games you can play, and still has the biggest roster of all of them.
I want to revisit that game at some point. Dude, I don't know why this keeps happening. I move this to 0 and I mute it, and it still keeps getting enabled, and it still keeps moving to 1.
Get ready for the next battle. Round 1. Fight.
Misclicked actually. Oh my god, I hit nothing. I forgot the combo.
Round one. Fight.
Okay, I'm trolling. How does that not crash there? I thought that grab went far.
Get ready for the next battle. ready for the next battle. Round one. Fight.
Hey, from so far. Double KO.
Round one. Fight.
Holy fuck, that did so much.
Round two. Fight.
That does so much damage, that's absurd. Holy fuck. I'm just like 2 hits. This shit hits so hard. Oh my god, I'm throwing.
Get ready for the next battle. Get ready for the next battle.
Round one. Fight.
shit. Holy shit, the recovery time is so long. Oh my god.
Round 2. Fight.
What? Bro, what the fuck? He just goes under it?
Get ready for the next battle.
Like, huh? Yes, that's for crouching.
for the next battle. Round one. Fight.
Holy shit.
Round two. Fight.
Hey, Pengu.
Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight.
I'm using an arcade stick. Oh my god, man.
Get ready for the next battle.
drive's a lot of fun. I still think Xrd is pretty king. I don't know, I kind of like it, Xrd a lot. I feel like watching pro players play Xrd was like peak fighting game. Yeah, she's sick. Yo-yo stuff was cool.
What's up, guys? Hello, main man Sui here, hoping you're all doing awesome as always, and welcome to Mishima 5050. Another reason to do main and welcome to my wave dash. I'm threatening the huge 50. So how do we wave dash? And then I'm gonna show you some cancels you're gonna want to know. So first off, I'm sure you know how to do a crouch dash. So that's forward and then let go. And then you can actually do a core circle forward. You can do an entire like Hadouken motion. Core circle forward if you want to. I mean, this is how I wave dash. Just forward, let go, and then core circle forward.
I can't do it, chat. How do? Sit back and then reset, no?
Forward and then let go, and then you can actually do a core circle forward. You can do an entire like Hadouken motion.
Wait, was I doing it the opposite direction? Is that why? Wait. Do I dash, then crouch fully? I thought I was supposed to do it like midway. Do I not do it midway?
Quarter circle forward if you want to. I mean, this is how I wave dash. Just forward, let go, and then quarter circle forward. You don't have to do, don't jerk it. Don't jerk it too much. You don't have to do this super fast. You can do it very relaxed. A lot of people stress about this and do it too fast. Just when you're practicing, just try and do it like this. Forward, quarter circle forward. And again, I'm sitting here with an arcade stick and you're probably thinking, my god, do I need to get a stick? You can do this on any controller.
I can't do back at all.
I stayed at free for like a week, and I tried to, and this is important, I tried to not only use it in practice mode, but I used it in online. No, wait, this was before online, sorry. This was back, you know, the dawn of a dinosaur. But eventually, with time, it can look like this. But it takes an ungodly amount of work. And then, of course, and this is something most people skip out on. Most people don't do this. But you do the same on the other side, right? Most people don't do that. Most people, they get comfortable on one side because God knows I understand this. It's so hard to learn to play Mishima with Wave Dash Electric and its cancels. It's so difficult that you don't want to repeat it on the other side. So what we do instead is we play on this side, and then if we for any reason get a side switch, we do a 2-4 throw so we get our preferred side back. But if you're really serious, don't be that guy and try and practice this side as well. It's gonna be super awkward doing the side you're not comfortable with, but believe me, if you just stick to it, after being super awkward, it might even feel more natural than your preferred side. So just repeat the steps we did on the other side and just do on this side. And but believe me, with some persistence, you will get it down. So that's just the wave dash, its utility and how you can practice it. And then now we're going to have to look at wave dash cancels. This is really important. This is, I can't stress enough how important this is. And this is gonna seem so simple what I'm about to show you, but it just changes a Mishima character. Demon Paw is a really strong attack. It's actually one of Devil Jin's top attacks. It's so important. I can do 4-4-2 like this. But a Mishima player won't do that. A Mishima player will do what is known as a crouch dash cancel like this. So when you do a crouch dash like this, the game actually registers this as a forward input. So if I do crouch dash into simply forward 2, I get an instant demon pull. So again, I do a crouch dash. Well, you know what? I'm gonna turn off the moving around here. Block all, thank you. So again, I do a crouch dash. The game treats this as, okay, you've already pressed forward once. It's now buffered. So when I come out of a crouch dash, I just press forward 2, and I actually get the forward 2 motion, and I get a demon pull. This also allows the initial crouch dash to extend the range of my demon pull. And suddenly, if I do crouch dash into demon pull, I can almost cover the entire goddamn screen. So again, 4-4-2 looks like this, demon pull. If I do the crouch dash demon pull, I get infinite reach. And I can, in a very smooth way, control the placing of my demon pull. I can do a short and tight crouch dash, or I can do a very delayed one, which will allow me or give me the maximum amount of reach on my demon pull. I hope you understand how powerful wave dash. What? When you can do the free, I remember this was a million. If a character starts side controller or whatever you play on. So again, slowly, forward, neutral, quarter circle forward. Now, the next step you're going to learn is doing a crouch dash and then tapping forward. To do this pretty nicely on a normal PlayStation controller or whatever you play on. So again, slowly, forward, neutral, quarter circle forward. Now, the next step you're going to learn is doing a crouch dash and then tapping forward. So forward, neutral, quarter circle forward, let go, and then tap forward. And Devil Jin, or whatever character you play, will immediately arch his back up again. You see that? Now you're doing it correctly if he just stands back up again very quickly. Whoop. Stands back, arches back up. And Devil Jin, or whatever character, neutral, quarter circle forward, let go, and so forward, neutral, quarter circle forward, let go, and then tap forward. and Devil Jin, or whatever character you play, will immediately arch his back up again. You see that? Now you're doing it correctly if he just stands back up again very quickly. Whoop. Note that you want to be able to do this in a straight line. If a character starts sidestepping, you know you're misinputting. You're not doing it properly. Character should always stay in a straight line. So again, quarter circle forward, tap forward. And then now, next step is when you're comfortable with this, you try and add another quarter circle forward. So you try and do 2 of them. This is what I did for the longest time. And then when I felt comfortable with that, I did 3 of them. Quite slowly, like this. And when I actually stayed at 3, I remember this was a million years ago. I stayed at 3 for like a week, and I tried to, and this is important, I tried to not only use it in practice mode, but I used it in online, no wait, this was before. Online. So
I don't know. I can't do back. There's some jammers in this one. I'm convinced the first Tekken tag actually has the best music.
This over with.
Get ready for the next battle. Get ready for the next battle.
Round one. Fight.
That went right through.
Round four. Fight. Final round. Fight.
What am I doing? Guess that doesn't mean that. He's not happy.
Round one. Fight.
He's not happy.
Round two. Fight.
Oh my god, the kick. Oh, I still hit him. Okay, good.
Round three. Fight.
What the fuck is that move? Oh my god.
Final round. Fight.
No way, dude.
Get ready for the next battle.
I'm gonna hop off for a bit, chat. I gotta go. I'll be on later tonight for sure, though, 100%.